Sweet people. We could have saved the planet.
I'm Jeremy Ellis. This is a movie life lesson coming to you courtesy of Alec Baldwin. We're talking accountability today. Alec Baldwin has made many great movies with many a great speech, but one of the more underrated in his career is in the movie Elizabethtown. Now, the movie itself is not one of Cameron Crowe's best, if I'm being completely honest, but the opening to the movie is terrific. The opening begins like this. Alec Baldwin is standing with Orlando Bloom, and they're walking through the facilities of what is essentially Nike. First, there's this basketball team, and he says, they don't even know yet.
My basketball team. They don't even know yet.
Then he walks to this giant room that's got these huge video screens monitoring all the endangered species and rainforests of the world, and he says,
My global environmental watchdog project will have to go. Sweet people. We could have saved the planet.
And then it cuts to them walking down the hallway, and Alec Baldwin is saying to Orlando Bloom, I'm trying to make you understand how much $976 million is. It's big.
How do I make the concept of $972 million more real to you? It's the operating budget of a mid-sized country, a small civilization. It's big. It's so big, you could round it off to $1 billion.
What's so great about this scene is that what Alec Baldwin is preparing to do is fire Orlando Bloom's ass. And he feels bad about it.
I cry a lot lately.
Which I'm sure he does, but maybe not so much because he has to fire Orlando Bloom. The reason I love this scene is because it speaks to something that is in short supply in the world today, and that honestly we could all use a lot more of, which is accountability. Now, nobody wants to do a bad job. As Alec Baldwin makes clear, they all believed in Orlando Bloom's shoe design, which is the reason that this company has now lost $1 billion. They all believed in it. Alec Baldwin believed in it too.
The promise of a global future, pinned to a groundbreaking shoe, your design, with a new form of material launched this week to great fanfare.
But the sad reality of it is that the sneaker was a big bust, and it has cost all of these people their jobs, their livelihoods.
And now, meeting a growing international roar of laughter and rejection. Enough to cause this memo. This once highly anticipated product may actually cause an entire generation to return to bare feet.
And Orlando Bloom feels bad about it too.
Wow.
That Alec Baldwin does what needs to be done, which is that he fires the man responsible. Now, I got fired from the first two jobs I had.
Welcome Angelina to the Maury Show. Now, you are the fun.
It is no fun, and there are times that people lose their jobs, certainly when they don't deserve it. But it's a good example in the world today. We can post things on social media without actually having to do any good, and we can screw up at our jobs, and we can get promoted. And we can screw up in making the wrong calls about, say, pandemics, about the economy, about whatever. It doesn't matter. There was a famous saying once, I seem to recall it, yes, it was, the buck stops here.
You know, I used to have a sign on my desk that said, the buck stops here. The buck stops at the president's desk when he's president of the United States.
And that is the ultimate badge of leadership, of responsibility taking, of accountability. This happened on my watch, therefore I will take the fall. And all of this is diminished by this fake outrage, fake accountability. What we need to get back to is the kind of accountability that Alec Baldwin is talking about in Elizabethtown.
We are about to enter a free-fall plunge. And the sound you hear is the sound of shit hitting the fan. Globally. You hear it?
You fucked up, own it, take the fall with honor. Now, just in case I'm not explaining this as clearly as I could be, I'm once again going to turn to Alec Baldwin, this time in The Departed, who puts it just as eloquently as he did in Elizabethtown, maybe even more so.
We have a blind spot.
Why do we have a blind spot?
We had 2 hours notice. 2 hours. Fuck, you think this is NASA?
Well, it never crossed my mind. Have you got a camera in the back?
What back?
Cars are moving. Did you see anybody come out? Please tell me that those Chinamen's cars aren't empty! Did you put a camera in the back? Can I talk to you for a second, please?
You fucked up, own it, take the fall.
Remove the people who are responsible.
You stupid fucking... Hey, you fucked this whole thing up! What the fuck did you do? You let go of me! I'm gonna rip your fucking arm off and shove it up your fucking ass!
I'm Jeremy Ellis. This is a movie life lesson, accountability, courtesy of Alec Baldwin.